Hi, welcome to English Grade 4 class. This is our third quarter, week 7. Our topic this week is about the elements of the story, and I will be your presenter, Teacher Sherilyn T. Elizaga, and welcome to my class. For our objectives, you need to learn to identify setting, characters, plot, and theme of a story. For number 2, you need to create a story map of the elements of the story. And for number 3, you need to learn how to appreciate and internalize the moral lesson of the story. Before we proceed to our discussion, let's have a brief review of our topic last week, and now let's go to Let's Recall. Here you are going to identify the tone being represented in the following passage. For number 1, wow. With a top speed of 150 miles per hour, that car can almost fly. So what kind of tone is represented in the passage for number 1? The answer is amazed. Number 2, the blue jay is jumping on the tree singing and dancing happily. What is the blue jay's tone while singing? The answer is happy. Number 3. It was the first football game for the Gators. The coach asked if everyone was ready. The players jumped and replied, yes. In what tone did the Gators reply? So what I think is the right tone for the passage. So the right tone for the passage is confident. Number 4. The alarm buzzed. Jordan smashed her fist down on it hard. It flew off the nightstand and bounced off her cat Armstrong. The cat yowled indignantly and rocketed out of the room. So what do you think is the tone or the mood of the passage? The correct answer is angry. Now let us have our let's understand. Direction. Read and analyze the story, then answer the questions afterwards. Listen and let's read the story about Maria the Sorceress by Will Rose G. Cornelio. At the foot of the mountain, Maria the Sorceress lived. Fruits and vegetables grow abundantly. Children, don't you ever dare to trespass Maria the Sorceress' place. She will turn you into rats and frogs. You will suffer her wrath, old Augustia said. But still, Lucio and Selina are hard-headed and naughty children. They hate eating fruits and vegetables, the reason why they are thin, pale, and unhealthy. They destroy the beautiful garden. Before they could escape, Maria knew what happened. She was very furious and very irritated. A robust of wind suddenly blew and enveloped the little monsters. Lucio and Selina found themselves in a very hot place. No water, or at least cool air to lessen their thirst. It's an empty place. They were punished. They both begged for Maria's forgiveness, but it was too late for them. Maria was so angry that she refused to pardon them. Please, give us the second chance. We promise that we will be good, and we will help you restore your garden, please, Lucio appealed. Maria understood that it would be better to give them another chance. But this time, they will be a good example to their fellow children. For the comprehension checkup, we're going to answer 5 questions based on the story that we read earlier about Maria the Sorceress. So these questions, of course, are related to the story. The first question, where and when did the story happen? So the story happened at the foot of the mountain. Now to answer the question, when did the story happen? Based from the story that we read earlier, they did not, or the story did not mention about time, day, or even a particular year. However, if we are going to notice, we can simply assume that the story happened at the present, because while we are reading the story, all the events are happening at the present. So you can say that it happened at the present. For number 2 question, who are the participants or actors in the story? For the participants and actors in the story, there are 4 characters. Namely, we have Maria the Sorceress as the main character, and Lucio and Selina, the naughty children who destroyed Maria's garden. And we have Agustia, the one who warned the children about Maria the Sorceress. For number 3, what is the problem in the story? The problem in the story started when the two children, or the children rather, decided to destroy Maria's garden. So that is where the problem started. Because of that, Maria got angry. Number 4. How did the characters resolve the problem? Now, how did the two children resolve their problem about Maria getting angry? So, they begged and they promised that they are going to what? Help Maria restore her garden. So because of that, Maria decided to forgive the children and of course serve as a lesson, serve them a good lesson, and also a lesson to other children. What is the story trying to say? Now here, what kind of lesson did the two children learn from the story? And also you as a reader, what kind of lesson have you learned? So based from the story, we learned that we need to respect someone's property, and not only the property, we always need to respect everyone around us, whether it's a living thing or not. If the thing is, it's not our property and we don't own them, we still need to give respect to each and everyone. Even if you dislike, like the two children, they really hate eating vegetables and fruits. Even if you dislike it, but you don't own it, you need to respect others for that. So that is the lesson of the story, or the theme of the story. Now for the elements of the story, we have setting, characters, plot, and theme. Let us have setting. It is the time and place in which the events in the story took place. A narrative's setting is the time and place where the events in the story happened. The setting of a story provides the reader with imagery and allows him to visualize the events clearly. If you analyze narratives closely, you will see that the action of characters are influenced by the setting. To determine the setting of a story, ask yourself, where and when did the story happen? So only you are going to answer the questions where and when, and that is how you are going to identify or know that you are talking about setting. For the plot, it is also called events of the story. When we say events, this refers to what happened in the story or what the characters did. It is an organized flow of sequence of events in a story. Then let's have character. Character, they are the participants or actors in the story. To identify the characters in the story, you need to ask yourself, who are the participants or actors in the story? So usually when we say characters, they are the one performing or doing the action in the story. It can be animals, things, humans, anything, okay, that portray something in the story. So that is a character. Next, we have theme. For the theme, it is the main message behind the story or the lesson the story imparts. The theme of a story could also be called its message. Authors base their story on a theme in order to teach readers a life lesson. This life lesson is also called a moral or a moral value. Okay, so for the theme, you are going to know the moral value of a story. The theme is not the subject or the topic of a story. It is often reflects the author's opinion on how people should behave and treat themselves or others. And it reflects the overall big picture of the story. One thing that makes themes challenging to figure out is that they are often not stated clearly for the reader. After reading the story, the reader must think about the lesson the author was trying to teach. So in this way, themes are not explicit. Now let us proceed to let's apply. For the direction, you are going to draw a happy face for a character, and you are going to draw a house to setting, heart to theme, and of course we have a triangle for the plot of the story. So let's answer the selections given. So we have here 5. So for the first one, be nice to your sister. So when you say be nice to your sister, the answer is the right elements of the story is what? That is for theme, meaning the message of the story that you read is what? Saying that you need to be nice to your sister. And the number 2, Trisha and John. So when we say Trisha and John, these are names. So that is character, a happy face for a character. Number 3, inside the house. When we say inside the house, it answers the question where. So it's a place. So that is setting. Number 4 is nighttime with rainfall outside the house. It also answered the question when and where. Okay, so when did the story happen? It happened nighttime with rainfall. So nighttime with rainfall, and where? Outside the house. So that is setting. For number 5, John have thought of telling Trisha some scary stories. So these are the events that happen in the story. And the correct answer for that is the plot. So for plot, we have a triangle. So that is the correct answer. Now for the let's try, we are going to test your skills based on your comprehension regarding our topic that we discussed today. So here you're going to answer these on your own. For the direction, it says that you are going to encircle the letter of the correct answer. So it's a multiple choice. So you're going to write your answer on a clean sheet of paper. It can be bond paper or intermediate paper, or you can answer the Google form that I will send you later. So I will be giving the link later, and you can answer through Google form as well. So let's read first the story about The Boy Who Cried Wolf by Aesop. A boy who watched a flock of sheep near a village prank the villagers 3 or 4 times by crying out, "Wolf! Wolf!" When his neighbors came to help him, he laughed at them for their pains. The wolf, however, did truly come at last. Then the boy, now alarmed, and shouted in terror, "Do come and help me! The wolf is killing the sheep!" But no one paid any heed to his cries. The wolf then destroyed the whole flock. For number 1 question, what is the theme of the story? So you have choices there. It's a multiple choice. For A, faithfulness; B, happiness; letter C, honesty; and letter D, truthfulness. Truthfulness. Number 2, what is the setting of the story? Letter A, at the farm; letter B, near the village; letter C, near the river; and letter D, near the forest. So you're going to choose between A, B, C, and D. All you need to write is only a letter, the correct letter of your answer. Number 3, which is the most exciting event of the story? Letter A, the wolf then destroyed the whole flock. Letter B, when his neighbors came to help him, he laughed at them for their pains. Letter C, a boy who watched a flock of sheep near a village pranked the villagers 3 or 4 times by crying out, "Wolf, wolf." And now letter D, the wolf truly came at last, and the boy shouted in terror. So again, choose from A, B, C, and D. Only one letter. Number 4, who is the main character of the story? A, the boy; B, the villagers; letter C, the wolf; and letter D, the flock of sheep. For number 5, the author's message is also called A, the characters; B, conflict; letter C, the setting; and letter D, the theme. So what's the correct answer? So that's all for our discussion. Now let's proceed to let's create. Now for the let's create, you are going to create a story map of the elements of the story. The situation will be like this. You are going to create a story map with your family. You are going to read the story, Three Little Pigs, and out of that story, you are going to create your own story map of its elements. So we already studied about this different elements of a story. You are going to write your answer in complete sentence. I'll show you an example of a story map. So here is an example of a story map. You're going to, this is only an example. You can make your own story map. Here at the middle, we have the title of the story. What's the title of the story? It is The Three Little Pigs. Now you are going to put your answer here for setting. Here we have here setting. We have theme. What's the theme of the story? The Three Little Pig. What's the plot? And who are the characters in the story? You need to answer in complete sentence. And one more, you are going to do this on your activity sheets, okay? For your activity sheets, I already gave you the correct format for that. And kindly please follow the correct format for your activity sheet. So this will be your performance task for this week. So that's all for this week. See you again on our next lesson. I hope you will still watch the video so that you will be guided in answering your modules. So thank you everyone for listening and staying and watching this video. So if you like this video, kindly hit that like and share. And please do subscribe to my channel so that you will be updated and you will have a guide in answering your modules. Thank you so much. Bye.